this is a little bit out of the ordinary, so to begin Horace's speech, Mr. Tim Ng is going to introduce him. So let's give Mr. Ng a hand as we give Mr. Horace a hand.
Early in the last century, an admirer of William Jennings Bryan took most of the evening to exalt Bryan's qualities as a speaker and statesman. At long last, he said, Mr. Bryan will now give his address. My address is 3 Hampton Street, said Bryan, as he hurriedly left to catch his train. Today, we're going to learn how to create and deliver speech introductions that both audience and speaker will appreciate. This presentation is part of Toastmasters International's The Better Speaker Stories series, a set of programs offering additional information on basic speaking skills. Today's presentation will be given by Horace Freeman. Horace has been a member of North Jack Toastmasters from the beginning and presently serving as its president. Throughout his membership, he has sought to uphold the standard of excellence. He has seen demonstrated by other members of the clubs. He has participated in numerous club speaking contests with his best showing of 3rd place in a humorous speech contest. 2 years ago, this speech tonight will allow Horace to achieve his advanced communicator silver in Toastmasters. Please join me in welcoming Horace Freeman, who will talk about the steps to take in creating an introduction. Horace Freeman.
Thank you, Mr. Ng. Hopefully there may come a day when some of you may be called upon by other speakers to introduce them. And when that time comes, you must realize the importance of giving a good introduction. This is what this series is all about. When members of your club or audience get up to speak, they're about to take on a new role. An introduction defines that role and prepares the audience to shift gears from previous activities by refocusing their interests. Audience members are more than likely to appreciate a speech if they are given the background information about the speaker and the topic to be discussed. A skillful introduction can do this, as well as set a desired mood or tone. Once you have that opportunity, you want to make sure that as you begin to introduce this person, you're presenting them to the audience so that they would have some expectation, so that they would gain some insight into what they can expect out of the speaker. So therefore, you want to try and tailor an introduction as well as you can. If you heard Mr. Ng when he was introducing me, and he was talking about Mr. Bryan, in how that whomever it was that was introducing him, it took them so long that by the time he did get up and say he's about to give his address, that's what he did. He gave his address and he left. You probably noticed that introduction of speech contests state only the name of the speaker and the title of the speech is given. This is to provide a neutral situation for contest judges. If it's a contest, of course, you don't want to overshadow anyone, so therefore, you want to give just a name and the title of the speech. Such a speech introduction must be brief. It should be exceptionally well planned, hopefully approximately 30 to 45 seconds. Always say the speaker's name distinctly and clearly, especially at the very end of the introduction. If the name has a tricky pronunciation, confirm the correct way and then write it out phonetically. Be sure that as you call out the speaker's name at the end, that the audience can understand it. The speech's title is typically mentioned at the end of the introduction. Like the speaker's name, it needs to be given special emphasis. If you're introducing a fellow Toastmaster at a club meeting, your introduction should include the following information: the speech's assignment. Will the speaker be speaking from the Competent Communication Manual or from one of the advanced manuals? The speech's objectives. What are the assignment's main objectives? What is the assignment number and the title of that assignment? And the speech objectives again. What are the assignment's main objectives and what are the personal objectives of the speaker? Delivery time. It should also include how long the speech is going to be, 5 to 7 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, etc. I think that one of the things that I applaud Ms. Jamie about as being Toastmaster, we want to make sure that we get the information to those that participated in the introduction, as well as those that might be even introducing the introducer. You want to make sure that they have the information that's needed so that when the times and those things are given, everyone is well aware of what the speaker is going to be all about, as well as how long, hopefully, that they're going to be in place. Okay. Aside from relating practical information, introductions should create a friendly environment for the speaker and a sense of anticipation for the audience. During the initial process of drafting an introduction, put yourself in the shoes of the speaker. You want to have someone, hopefully, that is familiar with the speaker, well enough so that they can introduce them in a way that when they come before the audience, they're pretty much settled also as to what that person is going to be talking about. If you do not have someone that perhaps is familiar with them, then the information that they give may not even put the person that is speaking at ease, because they're not prepared, and therefore they might get a surprise as to what may come out of that individual mouth. In the introduction, we have some definite don'ts. Don't upstage the speaker. There's possibly nothing worse than to have someone to introduce you, and yet they get up